Hi, folks. I hope you're doing well. We've been exploring the topic of pain lately, and today's installment is not an exception. Why, you might ask? Because if we know how to deal with our pain on different levels, it is easier for us to deal with them. Today's topic is about staying in pain. Not encouraging you to stay in pain, actually, the opposite. The feeling like you're staying in pain. Pain can actually be a great teacher in life for us, whatever kind of pain. I'm mainly talking about emotional pain, as you may have guessed, not the physical kind, although that also is a way of communication. But when, pain comes and goes, it's just part of the cycle of life. That's how we experience it. And when it's going through us, it can serve as a great teacher. It will teach us something, some experience that has caused us emotional pain has taught us something, hopefully. And us as children, we experience pain in a way like, we threw a tantrum or we had some kind of emotional meltdown, and then we let that move through, and then it opened up space to get on with other things. As adults, however, this has become a little more tricky because socially certain behaviors may not be acceptable, and we may have found ourselves being, uh, feeling our feelings, but not having a real outlet to perhaps deal with it. And also, the pain may have been in such a way that through the passage of time, perhaps it's created resentment, um, dislike, a range of emotions that we may not necessarily associate with that experience. However, we are very well aware of those components. Now, it is at these times when we feel stuck in our pain that it is detrimental to our well being. We as adults need to deal with that in order to get on with our lives and find a better way of, um, find an opening to experience life as we deserve to experience it. Whether this experience for us happened last week or in our childhood, if we are willing to take a look at what it is and let the pain go through us to deal with it, i.e., acceptance, acknowledgement, just let it go through us, then we can open some space and let it move through. Of course, it is easier said than done. I'm well aware of that. It's not always easy to let your pain go through and just, snap your fingers and off you go. However, taking a look at it, being willing to explore that in itself is healing for us because we are acknowledging the pain we are feeling, and therefore we let that be, um, we open up space for something else to come through. And a lot of times, if we are honest with ourselves, perhaps long ago experiences, or even maybe an experience last week, like at work or something, if we really look into it and realize that we are feeling resentful or whatever, we can find out that perhaps once we face it, it isn't as big a monster as we made it out to be, as most things are in life, if we are willing to face them. So, if you can find a way to sit with that and figure out what it is that you're feeling, that it is painful for you, be it resentment, loss, hurt, whatever that you consider being painful to you, if you're willing to face it and give acceptance and acknowledgement to it, you will open up a space for something else that's more positive to come through, because you deserve to live your life in a positive path, not constantly be attached to the pain that you feel. We all go through this. We are here on this earth plane to experience all of these emotions. So it's not a matter of judgment whether we feel pain is good or bad or, ooh, that's awful. No, we place these judgments on whatever we feel. There is no good or bad with regards to feeling. They're just there. They are what they are. They are for us to experience. And if we are willing to explore, it's part of the shadow work, you know? If you're willing to explore, then you will realize. You will realize that they weren't perhaps as big a deal as you made them out to be. So this is for most things, you know, on sudden tragedies and catastrophes are not part of that, because um, it wasn't something that was in our control. But over time, perhaps we can at least accept, not be okay with it, but accept it and let it pass. We're not going to get into that today. This is for our own things that we tend to hang on and not let go, and not let the flow come through us and let us enjoy ourselves a little bit better. Have a wonderful day. If you find this helpful, please share it with your friends. Give yourself this week, just as a challenge, to explore and see what's lurking in there and see where you're hurting. Not somebody else's pain, yours and yours alone. I'm talking your own work for yourself. I will see you next time. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.